Hello, my friends, and thank you for joining me for this issue of Rise Over Run, where we focus on the rise, growing your business, over the run, the day-to-day running and operations of your business. This is your monthly reminder to focus on that rise over the run. This week, let's talk about how to become a big success. I've been working with small businesses and startups for 20 years now, and I've had hundreds of business ideas pitched to me as a judge, a mentor, a consultant, a trainer. I do my best to always see the positive in these ideas, support the enthusiasm of the entrepreneurs and the inventors, and get them the information they need to find ways to grow their small business realistically. While some ideas are less than ideal, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs and inventors who have ingenious ideas, incredible products, some amazing solutions to challenging problems. And as much as I want to help them gain national recognition, I know that it's no easy task to get there. Unless, of course, you are already rich and can afford a massive marketing campaign that perhaps includes a TikTok or Instagram influencer. Or you're already famous and all you have to do is just mention this new thing and everyone wants to buy it. Case in point, Kim Kardashian. Perhaps you've heard of her. She's famous for, well, I'm not exactly sure what she's famous for initially, but now that she is a super mega celebrity, she's introducing product after product from her shapewear and clothing line, Skims, to her newest beauty brand, and has built up $4 billion in value in those product lines. And then there's her half-sister, Kylie Jenner, who has her own super successful cosmetic line that's worth over $1 billion. And speaking of famous supermodels, let's consider Mrs. Justin Bieber. Hailey Bieber introduced her own cosmetics skincare line that recently sold to cosmetics firm ELF for $1 billion. So how do you build a skincare line that sells for $1 billion? Find a celebrity face to represent the brand, because that's what adds to the sale. But what about the rest of us, those of us who aren't supermodels and don't already have assets in the billions or even the millions? How in the world do we launch a new product or service and see some success? Based on the startups I have worked with, many of them consider two very optimistic paths to find that success. Path number one is the "if you build it, they will come" path. Not sure I need to say more about this field of dreams plan for growth. Sadly, many businesses still believe this is the case, and when it's your own amazing product or service and you're so excited about it, you may think that word of mouth will just do the trick and you will automatically become famous. Does this path work? Well, I don't want to say never, but I am comfortable saying almost never. And path number two that people think they can do: go viral. Just post your video or testimonial or demo or whatever it is and wait for the millions of views and go crazy with your immediate fame and fulfill all those crazy orders coming in. Does that path work? In my mind, your likelihood of going viral is somewhat equivalent to your likelihood of winning the lottery. The odds are not in your favor, but it does happen now and again. Do you want to bet on that, or do you want to talk about other ways to succeed? Let's focus on this question. How can you realistically launch a new product or service and see some success? The simple answer, well, I'm sorry to say it, but with or without viral posts, your likelihood of being a huge success as a small business owner is very slim. The vast majority of products or ideas for products eventually fall apart due to lack of funds, marketing challenges, or just the sheer exhaustion of trying to gain some traction in sales. The actual answer is it's complicated, but funding, a great network, and some sheer perseverance can make a big difference. Inc. magazine recently highlighted a company called Better Sour that makes sour candy products. And these scrappy business owners showed up at trade shows and met with people and gave away samples and exhibited where they could to slowly grow their business to become more successful and get on those shelves. But they did have 7 figures of funding to support their travels and free samples, which not everyone has access to. I have met plenty of scrappy business owners, and the ones I know aren't getting 7 figures of investing to help them grow their business. So how do you gain that momentum and not give up when it feels like your path towards success feels like kind of pushing a boulder uphill? Here are my top 4 tips. Tip number 1, persist with purpose. Just keep moving forward, one small step at a time. Don't expect to go viral. Just keep showing up, taking chances, connecting with people, providing those samples. Make small forward steps. Think about one action you can do every day to move your business forward. Maybe it's something that only takes 15 minutes, asking for a testimonial or reaching out to a referral partner. My friend Beth is the co-owner of Woolly Belly Pellets. They make little pellets of wool that go in plant containers or gardens to help conserve water, fertilize plants, and help your plants grow better. The product is sustainable, eco-friendly, uses the wool that can't easily be made into yarn. It's brilliant. She is seeing slow but steady success just by showing up at home and garden shows, at farmers markets, and then by going on road trips to visit garden centers all over the region. One sale, one road trip to tiny garden centers at a time for her growth. Tip number 2, collaborate instead of competing. Repeat after me. Small businesses are not your competitors. They are your collaborators. Even if you're selling something similar, your 2 products are just a drop in the bucket compared to the giant corporations out there that have the bulk of the products on the shelves at the stores. Or the giant service firms that dominate the US markets. Find ways to work together with your fellow small business owners. Seek out other small businesses who know the struggles you're dealing with and can help you along your journey. In my hometown, one of the downtown streets has a collection of independent shops and restaurants, and they host special events to encourage people to visit all the different shops and restaurants together. Even if you don't own a bricks and mortar store, think about how you could work with other small business owners to increase the visibility of each collaborating business. Tip number 3. Step out of your bubble. If you follow me regularly, you know that I often suggest broadening your network, speaking to people you don't already know, making weak connections, weak ties to people who might connect you to just the right referral source to help you along the way. Look for resources on LinkedIn, attend networking events, try to meet business owners you don't already know or that are outside of your industry, because you never know who could help you next. I have a friend and a business associate who is a knowledge management expert and highly proficient in AI capabilities. I connected her with a small business owner I know to help him streamline some of his routine activities and help him save time. Now she has a great case study for her growing business, and he's learning new ways to save time to businesses that are very different that might not have come together if not for someone connecting them. So always be looking for those new connections. You never know where they'll lead you. And then finally, tip number 4, define your version of success. We don't all have to own and then sell a $1 billion company like Hailey Bieber. I'd hazard a guess that her ongoing daily living expenses are way more than yours are. So create your own definition of success. You don't have to be in every store. You don't have to have branches across the country. You don't have to be written up in Forbes or Fortune or Fast Company. Be a success in your own community, with your own family, with your employees who are getting a job because you've grown your business. Create something that you can ultimately manage without you being there so that you have the ultimate in business success, a sustainable business. And one final note, take this great advice from Dan Sullivan's book, The Gap and the Gain. Spend time each month focusing on how far you've come rather than merely lamenting on how far you have to go. Celebrate your wins, connect with your peers, and keep at it. What keeps you going as you grow your small business? Where do you get your persistence from? How do you keep going? Do you have any tips or strategies you want to share with me? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just email me at kelly@secondstagegrowth. And if you're looking for a sense of community and some accountability to help you along your journey, reach out to me to learn more about how my online and in-person peer groups can help make a difference. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next month.